Streamlabs, and now we're gonna test it out on this new new application because I was on OBS Studio. So we're gonna go ahead and see what this is like here. First, let me log into my dashboard real quick, actually. If I can find it. Jesus. The market just opened. Okay. Okay, I'm all set up. All right, let's go ahead and check on CRVS. CRVS is somewhat moving. I didn't make any lines. I was too busy setting this up pre-market, so I didn't make any resistance areas or anything. So CRVS doesn't look too bad. We'll keep this one on watch for sure. It's like the only interesting one pre-market, I believe. It's the only one that's really popping on my scans, actually. Let's see, that's right here. Okay. Okay, so we got our 5-minute setup. 10 minutes looking, well, it's not looking that bad actually. Daily, it's a recent gapper, or just gapped up today a pretty good amount as well. Do you have a lot of resistance at 4 on the daily here though? A lot of resistance. It's making a decent sized move right here though on the 1 minute. So let's see what this can do. A lot of volume coming in, about across the MACD, so I might take an entry here. It's a fairly slow mover, so I'll take a bigger size. Just crossing the 5-minute. Wait for this next 1 minute to open. Take a starter position. It wasn't filled. Try to get in at 385, but it wasn't filled. Guess it's a good thing because it's kind of rejecting here. Eesh. Okay, so that could have been a quick 5-cent scalp if I actually got filled, but now it's rejecting. So let's look at GDEV. GDEV, not really doing much. IPHA though, halted going down. Not sure what's going on with this one. IPHA, sideways. DATS is doing pretty good the other day. Yeah, let's see. It actually broke the daily high, and now we're over here on this candle. So let's see if DATS is gonna do anything. IPHA is actually moving now. Still interested in CRVS. The 5 and 10 minute both look gross, so I think this one might be kind of done. ATER. For this one to look even more interesting for me, it would have to break this daily high, which this daily high is 10.98. So it'd have to break that. It's only 90 cents away, or about $1 away. So let me see. HA. Okay, so IPHA is on the move right now. We could see this break over 9. That'd be great, but I don't think we have that much resistance points anywhere soon. So I'm gonna wait for a pullback on IPHA. It's a fairly slow mover, not moving too fast, which is perfect. I don't typically trade these stocks, but I think this is something I should start doing so I can, manage my risk a little better. I would like, a way more volatile stock, but it's a lot of risk to put on the line. So we'll see what this does. CRVS. Still floating around VMOP. ATER. 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 Okay. 10 and 5 minute looking pretty solid for now, but I don't know, not moving too much. INDP, let's go back to this one. Still going lower. GDEV, same thing. Those kind of look the same. INDP and GDEV, they kind of look the same. INDP is the one that we treated yesterday though, and look at that. Look at that daily, it looks terrible. IPHA, popping on the scans again, wow. Okay, so I think CRVS is kind of done. So IPHA just broke on the 5 minute. Kind of curious to see what it's going to do on the 10 minute. I would like to see a pullback here on the 5 minute so that we can go ahead and take an entry somewhere, but looks like my scanner's kind of delayed. Don't like that. So here's a pretty good drop. Let's see if we can get a 2 candle pullback. I would like for this one to pull back, break below 820. Definitely not break below 8s, but break below 820 and pop back up to around 840 so we can see continuation to the high of day. Or it can just surge like that too. That's actually fine. It's sideways consolidating in a way, so I'm perfectly fine with this move as long as it doesn't break this 1 minute high. It can break, but I feel like it's gonna be too much at this point if it does. Kind of expecting rejection here. I'm not really expecting this to hold up very long unless it just surges into this halt, then okay, but I don't know, tap 9 for a second and break 9. If the halt level moves up, then I think it has a lot of potential to break 9 actually. GDEV is popping back up on the scans. So there, the halt level moved up, broke through 9. See if we can get another pullback. GDEV is just taking off though. Oh. Is it? Not really. It keeps popping up in my scans. I don't know what. I don't know all the hype's about on that one. Okay, back to IPHA. So the spreads on this one are pretty big as well. Look at that. Jesus. That was immediate. That was super quick. It was at 9 and then all of a sudden 928. So this one's halted. I think it's way too extended though. I really want to see a pullback on this. If it actually opens at 970, that'd be impressive. I don't think so though. Check on HLBZ. It opened already. Gonna get halted going down a second time. CRVS. ATER. So that was a nice climb on an ATER, but now it's kind of just fading. I think it's because there was just nothing there for it. Like there's no momentum, and the daily looks pretty bad as well. A huge red candle, just not looking good. See what large caps are doing. Facebook selling off again. It's been on a sell-off for these several days now. So if I took that options contract that I was talking about on Tuesday, I believe, then yeah, that would have worked out perfectly because I would have been in at 278, I believe. That would have worked out great. Let's see, Apple, same thing. Google, sideways, MZN. So Amazon's actually climbing, which is cool. Let's check the SPY. What's the SPY doing right now? It's kind of dropping as well. So it looks like it's gonna break on the daily. Usually the 50, on the daily, the 50 EMA is, you know, a pretty good spot where it bounces. You can see here it bounced once, bounced again, bounced a third time, and now it's possibly gonna bounce a fourth time. But This is its, usual line, and then when it drops to the 200, I mean that's like huge resistance. So as long as the supply is not below the 200, we're looking good. Let's see, IPHA. This one should resume at 9:42 and 50 seconds, so about 9:43. Honestly, I might not even take a trade today because it's not looking so hot. Everything's kind of sideways dropping or just kind of choppy. GDEV, I mean, I like this one. It's not bad. Can definitely break the high here, 1224, which it literally just did. So definitely break the high. How high can we see it going? It's a recent IPO. I mean, it kind of has, blue skies right now. If this can get over VWAP, it looks way more interesting. Got a huge resistance spot right here. 15. That's around there, 1450. Got some more right here. I'd say, well, yeah, right there, because there's VWAP as well. But in this little zone that it's actually in right now, this is also some resistance right here. So we're coming to our first resistance level, but this is somewhat support here. Yeah. So maybe I'm getting too too specific on these, but so IPHA is going to resume here pretty soon. IPHA. It's going to open at 57, which is still a pretty good open. Huge. Oh my god. Huge buy right there at 930. Crazy. That was a million shares. So on the level 2 data, you basically add an extra 0 because it's going by the thousands, I guess. So this 100 is really 1,000. 50 is really 500. 1 is really 10. So that's how you can recognize big orders. So this one's 20,000 over here. Big positions coming through on the level 2 on the buy side, at least. With the seller side right now, it's not looking like there's really any resistance, but for sure there is. They're hidden in between the spread somewhere, or they'll stack up once it opens. Surf. This is another one I've traded. Life. Daily is not looking so good. GDEV. So rejection on GDEV there. It's coming closer to VWAP though. It's really climbing. 5 minutes looking solid for that curl and that cross. If it can cross, above, then that looks great. But this 5 minute doesn't look super hot right now. With it, it's finishing there in a shooting star. Okay, so we got about a minute to resumption on this one. Oh, actually, never mind, my bad. So let's see if we can get a pullback. I definitely want to get a pullback on this one. I'm not gonna be messing around here. This is too extended for me. How much of a pullback I want, no idea right now. I still think it's really extended though. And if it does drop significantly, I would love to see it get bought up. I wouldn't want to see it, to do what it did yesterday with IPDA, or I think that's what it was called. I wouldn't want to see it pull back that hard because that would really suck. Okay, so the next 1 minute's about to open here. The only downside is the next 5 minutes gonna open. It's gonna look, pretty bad. So we're gonna have to wait probably for another 2 5-minute candles, and then we can go ahead and take an entry. But I don't know. I do want to see it drop lower though. 8 below 9 maybe. But if it drops below 9, then I want to see it, at least hold, or if it can at least hold 9, then I'm cool with that. But right now it's just kind of sideways. It's taking off again. Wonder if it's gonna break 10 though. So, well, there it goes. I don't know. I don't feel comfortable trading it this high. So we got another support line here. Getting in another halt. Let's see if it can actually. If it doesn't halt, if it taps the level, doesn't halt, then I mean that's kind of bullish. So I can get in here and then 39. Let's just say I got in at 39. It's 10 cents already, 55. Look at that. See if it actually gets halted or if it does a false halt. It's pretty risky getting up here as well. If it false halts here, it's kind of risky. I'm nervous about the buyers here. They're decreasing sometimes. So like right here, it's decreasing right there, just like that. False halt. So you can definitely still get in here, but nah. I gotta wait for this one. I can't be in this high. Impressive move right there. Oh, I'm surprised it's gonna halt right here though. Wow, that's really surprising that I actually got halted right there. I didn't think it's actually gonna do it. Yeah, so the reason I'm not in on this one is because the 5-minute 4 green candles super extended, I believe. It needs a pullback. This is somewhat of a pullback. Same with this one. It actually did the exact same move here. So, 3 candles up, and then you got one, you sideways one. The next one it looked like it was gonna drop, and then just took off. Same thing here. 3 candles, one red. Yeah, one red one. Looked like it was gonna drop, took off. So I don't trust it this high, so I don't want to take an entry up here. CRVS is taking off though. I don't know what happened here. 1 minute's not looking super hot though. GDEV. The GDEV here is kind of sideways. I would like to see it finish high. This 1 minute's gonna have to climb here. It's making higher lows, so as you can see, it hasn't broken lower yet. If it breaks the low of this candle, then it's just kind of going to the downside. But so far, it hasn't done it yet. It's kind of holding this 12 area. That's what I'm looking for. 30-cent spread though, so I'm not super interested in it. IPHA is just really the one to watch. It's the most volume on this stock right now. CRVS again taking off. Not too sure what's going on with this one. Nasty drop there though. A lot of resistance here on the daily, around 4, so I'm not even surprised. Let's go back to IPHA. This one should resume when? 46.05, so we should see it resume around 51.05. So we check the daily chart here. We didn't really have any resistance anymore. I mean, we just kind of blew through that resistance. The resistance was around 8, and now it's at basically 11. It's basically opening flat, 10 cents above. The other one was a much bigger open, I believe. It was like a 20-30 cent open. This one looks like it's just gonna be 10 cents. So if it opens here, I'm expecting a drop. I don't expect it to keep surging. And honestly, I might not even trade it after it drops and pulls back because I'm kind of chasing the back end of the move at this point. I already made, it's 3 run-ups here. So you got 1 run-up, 2, and then it's the 3rd climb. So I'm not really expecting much action, especially with the rest of the stocks today just kind of going slow. Nothing's really moving. So this one should resume here in about 35 seconds. Kudos to those who actually got in on this, though. This is, you know, solid moves here. This one actually made really, really good moves. My opinion, I don't know, I didn't feel comfortable trading this one. I guess it's because of the loss that I had yesterday. I just still getting to me today. I'm kind of expecting a significant drop because to me, this is pretty extended. I mean, it's really high at this point. It only had 2 small pullbacks, so I think for me to be able to take a position, it would have to drop. I would basically have to be trading off the 5-minute. I think that's how I'd take a position here. So I need a pullback, which is going to be like 3-4 candles maybe on the 5-minute after or before I take my position, because this one's going to open higher. The new 5-minute's going to open, so that's 1. And then I need the next one to pull back, 2. The third one's going to be like sideways consolidation, 3. And then the fourth one, I want to see it curl back up. So, you know, 4. But I don't know. I don't know if I'll stay around that long. Okay, so it should open in about 5 seconds. So spike to 12. Not sure how that got filled to 12, but there's a drop to 1050. Holding 70. Jesus, hidden seller at 70. I'm assuming 50 now. It's not breaking. That's insane. 70 still. 60. That's extremely bullish. I should have bought right there because it just wasn't breaking lower. That's insane. Now look at it. Back into a third halt. That's a crazy move right there. Super impressive. Let's see if this actually gets halted. No, it's still going lower. Still don't trust it. 20-cent spread right there for a second. So here's back to 11. Broke through 10. Or broke through 11. Now it's in 10s. Still holding the 11 though. 70s, 50s. The breakthrough 50. If it breaks through 50, I think this has a potential to get halted going down. Hasn't broken 50 yet. Huge support right there at 50. There's 30. So you can see the 5 minutes looking pretty trash. It can break the the previous 5-minute low actually, but there's a bunch of support on this stock. It's insane. So the next 1 minute open pretty low. If this can actually break, hold 10, and then pop back up to around 1080, I think I'll take a position on it. Pretty whippy, so the downside is the MACD looks like it's going to want to cross to the downside, so that's what's kind of making me hesitant. But this can hold 10. I don't want to see this get halted going down for sure. It's holding 10 pretty good right here, but see how long that lasts. Next 1 minute's going to open pretty soon, and it's still holding the 20s. There's a pop back up to 60. Having a hard time breaking into 70. There's 80 now, 90. Well, there was no pullback entry for this next 1 minute, so that's kind of unfortunate. I should have gotten it at 1020 when I had seen it was holding that level. So let's see if I can actually take an entry here somewhere. Having a lot of sellers here at 11. We're gonna have a little trouble breaking through that. The next 5 minutes gonna open pretty soon. So now there's a lot of resistance at 11. We got a huge seller on the ask at 11. Now it's back in the 1050 area. So now we're seeing a little support here around 1030. And we have resistance at 1150, or at 11 right now, actually. So the 1 minute's not looking super hot. So, okay, I think it's reversing though, because red candle, small pullback, green candle, red candle, and now if this one breaks the low again, then this is, you know, on a downwards trend. And I don't want to get caught in some trap. The 5 minute just opened, and it looks like it's going to break lower, so I'm kind of expecting a drop. I don't expect a significant drop. I think this one's going to be pretty slow to it, just because it has so much support. It might even just sideways consolidate. I think it will break the low though. I don't want to take an entry just because of that. However, if this maintains this level for the next 5 minutes and actually holds, you know, this has really good potential. We could see, we can actually see a pretty good move back up, maybe even to high a day. So just depends on what this wants to do here. If it breaks the low on the 5 minute and it, you know, doesn't go super far down, if it gets around like 960 maybe, or, you know, holds a 950 area and then, you know, pops back up, we can see a climb, then for sure on the next 5 minute it has a lot of potential back to the high day there. So there's the low of the last candle just broke. Low of this candle was 1007, and oh, actually it's 1008. So let's see if, okay, there's 10 flat, 93, 74 is a halt level, so kind of holding 10 here. Like I said, I want to see more volume to the upside. So right here it's going back to 1020, which is great. MACD's curling or crossing on the 1 minute though. Kind of don't like that. But it's still holding this level, so I'm hesitating to take an entry here just because it's not breaking higher. A lot of sellers going through there, and I just looked at the MACD as well. It's still crossing, so not feeling super confident. I feel like it's gonna have another curl back down. I feel like this is a small micro pullback, and then a curl back down. So right here you can see a little pullback, and now it's breaking lower, but still holding. Like it's still at 10. That's insane. I just don't want to get trapped just how I did yesterday. The next minute's going to open here pretty soon. I want to kind of wait for the 5 minute. I think that's what I should be trading, is the 5 minute. 10 minutes still looks kind of yucko. Doesn't look very good. However, if the 10 minute, if the 10 minute can finish close to 11 somewhere, we're looking solid, I think, for another high day break. So the stock kind of slowed down and we're just kind of hovering around this area. I think the next 5 minute is what's gonna really do it for us, but we'll see what it does in these last, this last minute now. So there's 10 again. GDEV is actually moving. I kind of want to check on it, but really curious as to how this one's gonna settle out. I gotta remind myself this already made its move. It already made a huge climb, and it's, pullback candle. Still a lot of green going through on the tape. So there's a spike. Okay, nice. A lot of support, a lot of green on the tape. See if we can hold 1050. I would like for it to hold 1050. Back in the 1030s, back to 10. Broke 10. Pop back up. Huge support right there at 1010. Look at that. Wow. That's a lot of support at 1010. 5 minutes still looking kind of gross though. See if this support actually moves out the way and lets the sellers, you know, break lower. GDEV's halted. Let's go check on that one. Oh. So I missed my move. So, okay. This one's at VWAP now, and it's actually a little above VWAP. It's going to open higher, and from here we have room all the way to 14 or 15, basically in that area, because there's no resistance in this area. So GDEV might be the one to trade. Like I said, I don't know. I'm super nervous on IPHA trading the backside over here. So there's a false break right here. It's kind of just breaking lower, continuing to the downside. You know, for this to even look good anymore, it has to finish high on the 5 minute or on the 10 minute at least. It has to finish at like 1050 somewhere, or you know, we'd have to see some sort of curl back up, kind of hold this range at 10 again, and then we could see a rip back to high a day. But by the time that happens, is I don't know. So here's one candle, two candle, you know, three candles. If the fifth or the fourth candle can actually break this high, if this kind of maintains this level, and we can see the fifth candle break this high, shoot all the way back up through 1050 to possibly 11, then the next 10 minutes looking amazing, and the next 5 minute after that fourth candle looks amazing as well. So that would look perfect, but I don't want this to pull back too much. I would need this to really settle down around 1050 or 11 for me to still be interested in it and take another trade. So let's go back to GDEV and let's see when this one's going to resume. So this one should resume at about 10:04:20. So at 04:20 we can go ahead and see what this wants to do. It did have a couple rejections when it got close to view up. So on this 5 minute, you could see rejected here. 10 minute, same thing, kind of rejected. But now it's actually pushing through, and there's a lot of volume here. It looks like people have been waiting for this push, especially in this, you know, climb right here. Rejected, hit another climb, wasn't a lot of volume. Now it's, you know, slowly fading, and then boom, you just see this huge surge. Where this came from, no idea. I have no idea how it just burst through those levels, but I mean it did. So let's see if it can actually hold VWAP. It's gonna resume at 1310, which is about 40 cents above about, and I don't know, from there we're kind of just free. We have a lot of room all the way to 16 over here on the 1 minute at 15. So let's just see what this wants to do. Go to IPHA again. Let's check on this one every now and then. Back to GDEV. So it should resume in about a minute. Kind of looking back at IPHA, and I kind of regret not taking any trades in this, especially when it you know, was holding this level. This was a huge move. So kind of frustrating. Should have got in a long time ago, but it's alright. I'm perfectly fine with that. So here in about 20 seconds, GDEV is opening. If it doesn't open here, well then we gotta wait another 5 minutes. So at, you know, 10:09:20 is when it should open, but see if it opens here. 10 more seconds. Solo is popping up on the scans. So there's open. This one had pretty big spreads as well. So it's open back to 1260. 1250. 1220. Yikes. all the way, Jesus, 1220 back to 1270 on the ask. It's 1212. Yeah, this one rejected pretty bad. But it's still climbing, like it's like it's back to 1260 now on the ask. Can I hold VWAP? That's just the real question here. If we could see this break back above VWAP and, you know, hold even 13, if it can break through 13 and hold, that looks great. But it's breaking lower again. Now it's at 1180. Yeah, so I think this one's done. Not interested in it. Nasty rejection there. Look at that. Yikes. 1260 to 1150. That's over $1 drop. SONM. Okay, what's going on with this one? Has a huge gap fill potential here. Kind of a slow mover though. This is one I'd want to take bigger size on, so I might actually keep this one on watch just to see if it has potential to the upside. The 10 minutes looking great, 5 minutes still looking pretty good. I just want to see a 2 candle pullback and we can actually continue this ride up. If not, this is going to surge just like IDPH. I think that's what it is. Oh, IPHA, my bad. This one might just take off just like that one, but I don't know. Again, also not sure what's going on with this volume spike here. It's kind of weird. Oh, actually, no, the MACD cross, so that's a perfect, wow, that's actually a perfect move. 30-cent move, and this one doesn't really move that much. It moves like 10 cents maybe, not even per candle. So that's actually a really nice move. Let's go back to IPHA. See where this is going. It's kind of sideways at the moment, trading within this little range here. I would like to see this 5 minute actually continue taking off, but it's just breaking lower slowly, bit by bit. So it's already 10:10. It's gonna be 10:10 soon. I think I might just wrap it up here. This one's kind of just fading. Volume's declining. MACD looks like it's gonna cross back to the downside. However, the 1 minute looks pretty solid if we can actually get this to curl back up, like right here. If this starts curling like this, then it looks pretty good, I'd say. But we want to see that this actually holds and doesn't reject. So I actually might take an early position and just hold it for a while. See what I can do here. About a 10-cent spread. There's the 70s again. 76. I was about to say I don't want to see an immediate break. I would like to see it pull back and then break, but it is curling off VWAP nicely though. If this just completely rejects, then I think I'm just out. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I think I'm done for today. I didn't take any trades. That's all right. So I did my calculations and I finished down on the week $170. Not a terrible, week, I'd say. I've finished down worse, way worse for sure. It still sucks because I was still up, and if I didn't take that trade on, IDPH, or I don't even know what it's called. If I didn't take that trade, if I took a trade earlier, like the two opportunities that I had, I definitely would have been in the money this week. It would have been up like 400. But now I'm down 170, and that's just that's just how it goes. I wanted to take a little more than what I thought I could. Like I broke some of my rules. I couldn't trade. I don't normally trade stocks at that high of a price. I don't like. It's just not something I like doing. I don't know. it's too volatile. I knew it was really risky. I already missed my opportunities and it's at the back end of the move already. And I just, got a little jumpy here and got in. So I was acting on my emotions. I was feeling a lot of FOMO, and that's what I get for it. So definitely got to be more aware of my emotions and what's going on in the charts and everything. Like I said, that one's kind of a rug pull, but I mean, not much I can do there. Broke my rules, that's what I get. And I think, the way IPHA is moving here, pretty much done for the day. Nothing else is moving on the scans. GDEV, sold off, and now it's just sideways. I mean, possibly has potential. 10 minutes not looking hot though. Surf, nah. Life, nah. ATER, nope. INDP, maybe, but no. It's kind of dead when it comes to volume. SONM. So this is the one I was talking about trading a little while ago. This one's kind of just too choppy for me, too slow. Not a lot of movement. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. I will see you guys next week. I might come out with a video on YouTube, as a weekly recap. Not too sure right now. I have other plans going on this weekend. So we'll go ahead and check you guys in next week and see what's on the market.